Hello, hello, hello. I'm Huna.
Hune HR.
And I've got somewhat a very conflicting video because this is literally a start and an end and a start of technically a new chapter. So this is GT Sport, and I recorded these videos just before the release of GT7, which I do have. And you're probably wondering why then release videos on an old game. Well, this was a daily race and I just wanted to, record this video and get it out of the way, right? This was a really good race at Dragon Tail Seaside. So I started off in first, and I think these were one of the races where I actually went and practiced my lap, as Super GT would say, practice, and practice, right? Get those qualifying times as fast as possible. So this was a really entertaining race, right? I got to challenge myself against, I think, a really good player. I mean, these lower ranking lobbies, that was a love tap, by the way. I did not drive into him. I don't drive dirty. I try my best not to. So in this case, I'm sticking behind him, trying to get that dirty wind so I can literally get ahead of him. So it actually paid off. I braked a little bit late and I did not dive that corner. As you can see, him behind me spins out. That corner gets a lot of players, and you'll see it a lot in this video. But in this, obviously, I once he spun out, all the other players were way back there. So I finished first, no problem. Got pole position as well as fastest lap. I was very happy about this race. I'm trying to get my driver rating up as well as my sportsmanship rating, and trying to improve generally as a driver, as a GT Gran Turismo driver, these sim games. So in this race, this was a screenshot, but I started off in 7th, and that's when my time was really slow. And then I practiced and I got my time, improved a bit, but I was still in a D-rated lobby, which, to be honest, is not nice. It is really not nice. Even if your sportsmanship rating is good, these lower ranking lobbies, people drive dirty. I mean, I know for a fact I don't drive dirty intentionally. I will never drive dirty intentionally. There's no reason to drive dirty, right? The only reason to go beyond what track limits are. You get me? So for this race, again, starting off in first, which is obviously, that whole Super GT thing that is actually really true. Like, if you practice, you get those qualifying times as fast as possible. You learn the track, you learn braking points, you memorize the track well. It helps, right? Because consistency is everything. So I made this video because I just wanted to challenge myself, in terms of content. And then also with GT7, obviously I'm gonna have lots of videos, so I hope you are ready for those. And these corners, like I said, are really difficult. The good thing about starting in first is, if you see at the back, everyone is just, everyone's fighting just to be ahead of each other. So obviously the fighting means that there's probably a lot of dirty driving going on. So when you're first and you start in first, and obviously you make sure you stay first within those first few corners, because drivers are really dirty, right? And you're gonna see why in other shots that I recorded in these lower ranking lobbies. So I stay first in this race, right? First lap in, I'm pulling away. When they're fighting behind you, right? Number 2 and number 3 fighting just to be ahead of each other. That means that it gives you time to pull away from them, right? So obviously that helps you a lot. But this guy really held up his own. Number 2, Pepe Destroyer, and he kept chasing for literally the entire race. And here he got really close. The thing about being first is there's a lot of pressure, because if you mess up, the guy behind you is gonna pass you, and obviously you lose first. So obviously you don't want that. So that's why I mentioned how consistency is so important, right, in these races, especially the online races. And if you trying to get your driver rating and sportsmanship rating, because spinning out hurts your driver rating, right? Bumping people definitely hurts your sportsmanship rating. Driving dirty definitely hurts your sportsmanship rating. In order to improve your driver rating, you need to keep that sportsmanship rating good, right? So that's one of the reasons why I talk about consistency. You know, it helps. And I learned these things because I watched Super GT, right? Amongst other YouTubers, or let me say amongst other Gran Turismo and sim racing YouTubers. So obviously in this race, I stayed first. And no one contested for first, which obviously it's not really entertaining because you don't really get challenged. So see how he messed up. Pepper Destroyer messed up just behind me, and now look how the gap has also increased. So consistency is important. That bend is really, it will really hurt you if you don't get it right. And I just wanted to, you know, make sure that I'm as consistent as possible to ensure that he stays behind me, or she. You never know, but yeah. I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Like for me, this was a good result. I can't complain because I feel like I get pressurized whenever I'm in first. Another victory. I can't complain. I'll take it. By the way, I'm a Toyota fanboy. So in most of my videos, you'll see a lot of Toyota. I'm not saying it's the best or anything like that. I don't know. There's something about the cars, but generally in GT Sport, Toyota, you know, the Supras were really one of the dominant cars. That this is one of those videos where nothing really goes well. Players are dirty. He literally just went and rammed into me. I don't think I braked late, and I know for a fact I did not. But fair play, it's fine. He passed me. Then this guy, I'm not really gonna complain because I mean we're fighting to get ahead of each other, and I let him go because honestly I don't want to spin out. There's so many players behind me. Me spinning out in literally within seconds of the first lap beginning is not good, right? So the reason I put this video is to show how dirty some players can be, right? I stay clear of this guy, and this is just me fighting for my position because I was first, right? And obviously I think I braked a little bit late, but why did you have to do that? I know for a fact I did not push towards him, and then this guy comes along, really bad line by the way, and now it makes me look like a bad guy, right? Because he hit the wall and then I bumped into him, completely sending him into that corner, which is not my fault because I stayed clean, right? Now this guy behind me, I can't say I messed up this corner, right? But I take it with what is that? What do you call that? The difference between my love tap and that is yeeting me right into the corner. I lost literally 3 positions because of one player. The other 2 guys in front, the Spanish guys, the Portuguese guys in front, I'll let them off, right? Except for that second guy. What he did was also dirty, but I'll let that one slide. But that guy, the guy in third place, that was really dirty. Now you could say I was dirty there, but I braked, right? If you hold your brakes way too early, and I'm used to braking at a certain point, right? Obviously I have to adapt to how you brake because you're in front of me. But braking really early is also a problem because then there's something wrong that you're doing. Now here, see, I don't literally push him into the corner, I try keep my line so that I don't end up being the dirty driver, which he didn't spin out, unlike me who got yeeted into the wall, right? So at this point, I'm really, really pissed off. I am pissed off. So I am fighting to reclaim at least third place, because the guys in front are gone. Honestly, they are gone. So this guy, I didn't think he was a good driver. And either way, I started off in first position. So I believe that I deserve to at least contend for the top three. So this is me. I feel like I held the brakes a little bit too late. So obviously I paid for it and I'm still fourth. That's a mistake on my end. But I continue chasing and I tried my best to be as consistent as possible. Now Karma will get this guy because what he did was dirty. And just to clear my name, I'm not trying to be dirty, right? I'm not trying to take this guy out, but I'm pushing as hard as I can, right, to at least compete for what I believe was unfairly taken. But hey, life is not fair. Life is not fair. Look, why? There's a reason we have a radar. You don't have to bump me. If you're going defensive, there's no reason for you to push me. These lower ranking lobbies are really, really frustrating. Really frustrating. And that right there is Karma. I was nowhere near him. Wait, what? Okay, so his network is terrible. And I thought that, okay, I got third place and clearly I was wrong. No words for that, but yeah. So I continue chasing. I do continue chasing, and I thought that was calm. I literally thought that was calm, but I was wrong. Now I take this bend. The way I see it is that he was not fast enough. Right? I don't know how to really explain this, but if you're braking, right, for that corner, I carry a lot more speed through that bend, and as you saw there, even though I spun out, the speed at which I came towards him as compared to the speed he was taking the bend, it's clearly different, right? But yeah, I finished in third for that race. Not really my best race, honestly. I wasn't really happy about that. So we go on to another race. I start off in third. This is when I got into C ranked lobbies, so my driver rating improved, so I went to level up, which I was really happy about, by the way. I was really see that corner got the guy in first place. If you do not practice that corner, that's what's gonna happen. That's literally, I did so many of these races, and I've seen so many players either behind me or in front of me spin out literally there, or that corner where either they brake late or they just don't take it right. So obviously here I'm fighting to keep up with first, and he seems to be pulling away. To be fair, he really was trying to pull away. So I tried just, consistency. I just tried to reel him in. Because it's literally still the first lap, so there's a lot of fighting that can still happen. Here, this is the difference between yeeting a person into the wall, right? I did not yeet him. You can see my steering input. I do not drive towards him. So him, in that situation, I feel like he drove towards me. He probably spun out, hit me, and then it pushed him a bit towards the wall. But obviously he could see it different. He could think that I was driving dirty, and to be honest, I sometimes it's just not your fault. It's not your fault, but I'll take it because I was in a similar situation. But I feel like that guy was really dirty. The three Portuguese guys were dirty. At least first, I'll excuse first, but yeah. Now with this lap, I set another fastest lap, which usually I'm usually happy about this, usually happy about this. And leading up to the final lap, I had to skip ahead because really there was nothing else, and I don't want to bore you with all that. But notice how I'm 16 seconds ahead of second place. The race is done. I could put it into auto drive, and I think if I paused, obviously, and put into auto drive, the game would have finished the race for me. And I'd like to think I would have still won. But let me not get that cocky. But either way, I'm not saying I'm any good, but clearly they weren't any good to let me be that far ahead. That's really not giving me any competition. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching and listening to me waffle on. In any case, I will be putting out new videos on GT7. GT7 has come with a lot of improvements, but it is also flawed. I mean, we just did come from a 30-hour outage where we couldn't play the game because the game was just literally it's online, so you can't do anything offline. So an update came along, and that update for some reason messed up the game, and then we went offline for 30 hours. But yeah, we'll be putting out videos on GT7, so please do stay tuned for that. So this has been Hune HR, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.